Welcome to the podcast. Oh, hey. Yeah. I saw that. I was like, wait a second. Something's not right here. Well, we're here. We are in our green. Well, that's just depressing. Brandon is like, those videos of cats having existential crisis when they're like looking in the mirror and they're like looking at their paws and they're like, what is that? That's Brandon. That's Brandon on like a daily basis. Yeah. Oh wait, I just realized I've been talking to myself. I forgot to unmute you guys. So say hello.
Oh my god.
I'm a
Hey,
crazy
you
person.
guys.
Hi.
Wait,
Yes, we've established this, Eric. We've established that we don't
have you
exist.
all been
We are
muted this
just
entire time?
figments of your
No.
imagination.
I wasn't muted. You were.
Well, thanks a lot, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, this is Brandon. This is the guy that's cat having an existential crisis. Also, chat didn't hear your existential crisis, so I guess that's a good thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I decided to add a little bit of flavor to the podcast. We do these things called Fun Day Fridays, which is the last of the month. We do a less serious topic, and we get
This was
to.
literally a last minute thing.
No, it wasn't. I did this last month too. I just decided to name it a thing now. Okay,
Yeah,
like
that was the
last
last
month.
minute
What
thing.
what was last month's Fun Day Friday?
I don't even
It
remember.
was something I remember. It was less serious. Well, it wasn't
I
art.
think it was.
It
Was it?
wasn't. No, it wasn't the art one. Was it video games? Did we talk about video games?
Well, we are tonight.
We might be. We're talking about streaming tonight. And if you don't know what streaming is, I don't know how you're on Twitch right now. So,
Yeah.
uh, I guess we'll give a brief description of what streaming is, but
Well, there are multiple definitions of streaming.
there are. There is one is when a guy stands up and goes to the bathroom.
God. I hate you.
Yeah, man.
uh,
That's the streaming that I watch every day.
Hey, that's the podcast. Have a good night, everybody. See you later.
Good night,
The-
ladies and gentlemen.
Definition two. The last podcast, wasn't it how technology affects? Yes, last podcast, but I'm saying last, like the last
Month.
non-serious one, where we didn't do something as in-depth or as serious as we did. It was obviously on the last day of the month, so it was like last
February 28th.
Friday. Yeah, February 28th. Wait, was February 28th a Friday?
Yep, I think. No, was it not?
Are you lying to me?
I could be.
Okay,
Let me check.
so
No, February 28th was a Saturday or Sunday.
you
The
lied.
The last Friday of February was the 26th.
There we go.
So I
Okay.
was close,
You were close. That is fair.
but I
So-
lied.
Yeah, you did. So, second definition of streaming is what you're listening to right now. We're streaming live from our houses, and
Yes,
broadcasting
we all live in the
to
same
you.
house.
I literally said houses plural.
I didn't hear you say that. Whatever.
No, because you
Continue.
cut him off.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have cut me off, Brandon. so, we're streaming to you live from our houses using a platform called Twitch. You can also use other platforms, which I don't think I can promote legally, as I'm an affiliate, which is kind of rough. But if you want to watch YouTube videos, you can go to my YouTube. I'm allowed to promote that.
Yeah, you can watch previous episodes.
Yeah, you can watch previous episodes. You can watch some videos that might be coming out at some point. I did say I'd probably make a video by April, or by mid-April, like after my birthday. But maybe it'll come earlier because it's just me narrating a story, you know. So
And eventually a compilation of all of our funniest
no,
moments.
I don't know about that.
Aw.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, I haven't clipped anything in months, so
Yeah, I know. It's whatever. Who cares? But and then the last one is streaming, like as in watching Netflix streaming, like you're streaming it to yourself, or Netflix is streaming it to you via a I guess it's just called a streaming service now, isn't it? There's no
yeah,
other way
or
to
like
say that.
Amazon Video or Amazon
Yeah.
Music,
So
Spotify.
we're talking about streaming today, and more specifically, we'll be talking about the second definition, which is what we're doing right now.
Ye.
As we have 3 people in the chat currently, or in the call that stream, and 1 person who wants to start streaming. So there's that. But before we get into this, I want to talk about our weeks. That I had an interesting.
So did I.
All right, we'll start with Ryan. We'll go around and then we'll end on me.
Cool.
Ryan, go ahead. Tell me about your week.
So my week was actually pretty okay. Um, I had it was what it's like the week after spring break ends, right?
Yeah,
So it was
it's those week. It's that
yeah.
week rather. No.
So it was weird having to get up early for class again. Um, and I'm gonna be honest, I procrastinated most of spring break.
Didn't we
Um,
all? Question mark.
we've procrastinated on a couple of things, not just schoolwork.
What do you mean? Slapping Cheerios is what I do.
I wasn't gonna mention that, but okay.
I'll talk about it. I won't say everything that went down. I'll just say the stuff that I did.
Let's give a brief summary. But yeah, my week was kind of just normal. Work has been not horrible. I'm not losing my mind as much as I thought I would, to say the least.
I mean, earbuds are a blessing, aren't
They are indeed, especially my Raycons.
they? Not sponsored. We are not sponsored.
Sorry. Raycon, hit me up.
Raycon don't.
Oh man. Damn it, Eric ruined my sponsorship, my possible sponsorship. Anyway, so yeah, I've just been like practicing guitar. I've actually been getting a lot more into Trivium, believe it or not.
Okay.
Someone would say I'm a non-literal tier 3 sub for Maddie.
Oh no. Oh no. I would call you something, but I can't. The word would ban me on Twitch.
Banned. Oh no.
Mr. White Knight.
Oh no.
Oh,
Mr. Orbiter. I like how as soon as they banned the word, right? People's immediate response was, "We'll just go back 2 years and start calling people White Knights and Orbiters. Nothing has changed." Like,
but yeah, I've just been like learning a bunch of new songs. I've been really like, I'm like really starting to get better at like writing solos and stuff like that.
big question.
I recorded. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, big question. You're getting better at playing solos.
Well, when it comes to like my own solos, what you get is what you get.
Oh boy. That sounded like a stride of confidence there.
It's honestly not bad. I do struggle with like more difficult like technical stuff, but other than that,
Just remember, there's this great saying: music is the space in between the notes.
yep. Unless you miss a strum.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Maybe we should get Jason on the podcast.
Yeah.
Jason would have something to say about missing a scrum. Where is Jason? I want to talk to him. Hold on. Let me message him. Continue your story. Let me message him while see if we can bring him on.
I've been watching some movies. Like I've been watching a lot of animated DC movies because I watched the Zack Snyder Justice League movie, which was incredible, long, 4 hours long, but incredible. It was a major improvement from the Joss Whedon.
The Joss Sweden.
Joss Whedon version.
Sorry, I will always think of it as Jaws, the movie, Sweden, like the Sweden
Jaws,
version of Jaws.
Jaws Sweden. Introducing Swedish fish, Swedish Jaws.
So, you played a song, you learned a song. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've played many songs over break.
Yeah.
Love guitars.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Have like posse of guitars room, and then 2 just for decoration.
Yeah, because they're broken.
Yeah, well, I got a broken guitar, and I'll still use it as a drum. You know?
Yeah, like that time you broke the spine of it.
You know, Kevin told me.
Party?
Kevin told me. He's like, Kevin and Paul both told me. They're like, yeah, the guitar shouldn't have broken from that, but
it did.
It did.
Speaking of Kevin,
getting a job.
We've mentioned the store before. Kevin from
Coils,
our favorite local guitar store, Coils,
amazing place,
offered me a summertime part-time job.
I used to work there. I got social anxiety. I was like, should I call them? Should I ask? Because one, I was told directly, I have a very high risk family, so I was told directly, don't get a job. You don't need it yet. You're fine. And I'm like, okay. I guess. I kind of wanted the job though, but it's whatever. And then Kevin told me, you'll receive a text message from me saying whatever, and I'm like, okay. And I don't think I never got that text.
Well, that's because Kevin is a very busy guy.
Yeah, no,
he will easily
obviously.
forget things.
Yeah.
Because there have been a couple of times where I've come in for like a makeup lesson and he'd completely forgotten.
Yeah. I mean, he's always working. Like his work ethic is amazing. It's something to be.
It's like something. I bow down.
Yeah, like his work ethic. Like he wakes up so. Doesn't he live like 2 hours away from the store or something?
I don't know.
He lives a drive away from the store, if I remember correctly. So anyway, continuing. So you might have a summer job there.
Yeah.
So are you gonna quit Tanner's to get a summer job?
I refuse to hit the 3-year mark at Tanner's. Absolutely refuse.
So you're quitting Tanner's?
Yes. In like May.
In May. Okay.
So yeah. The quote unquote internship I have with my stepdad at the recording studio. I don't know if I brought it up on here before, but I've been doing that for the last few months with my stepdad, and he's been teaching me, basic audio engineering and editing and recording stuff. It's a lot of fun. It can be very boring, but it's a lot of fun.
That sounds like me with comp sci.
Yeah, probably.
Very fun. Very boring. But very fun.
If anything, it's all about learning experience.
It's a lot of computer science is fun until your program doesn't work anymore. Then it's frustrating.
Indeed. Alright, well, that's the end for me.
Alright, I guess we'll go on to Brandon.
Well, um, for me, computer science has always been boring, but I won't get to that now. So my week. First of all, I would just want to elaborate that this is the first time I'm on this podcast since May, like since March, whatever, since the beginning of March. That I
All
haven't
right.
been on the
Yeah,
podcasts
you
on
were
the
in
12th or
Florida.
the 19th
You were in
because I was
Florida.
in Florida,
Yeah.
and the 12th because I was leaving for Florida. So yeah, I apologize for not being on this few podcasts. Um,
Ryan will be right back,
yes,
apparently.
okay. Um, so the week before I left was just a stressful week of exams and shit. Um, the week of when I left was a nice, relaxing day in the Florida Keys, Key Largo, officially. Um, and it was nice, and that's when our good old friend, which I'm sure Eric will talk about later on, decided to lay us with the um, task of recording a song under the guise of it's spring break, so you assholes have nothing left to do today. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry to be Captain America, but language.
Whatever. So and so that one. Luckily, I brought my bass with me, so I mean, it was not really an issue. But still, it was just a hassle to get everything done. And you know, when you're like like hundreds of miles from home, you know,
I was
it
say thousands of
makes it even
such.
worse.
Yeah.
Just hundreds,
It,
you know.
it was interesting.
Yeah,
It was
it was
fun.
interesting
It
though.
was very fun, as I'll get to later.
Exactly. Um, and then after this week, it was just me suffering with withdrawal, being home.
So
You know,
homesick.
I
Home.
love no.
What?
This week was just me being home.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
So
And
away from homesick.
yeah.
Vacation
So
sick.
although I like this place and I like the studio and I like everything that I just am sort of doing music wise right now.
Nice.
Um, which uh I just realized upon talking with a few people that I said I was supposed to have a album out or a EP out by the fall, and that date is quickly approaching. So
Yes, you have
yeah,
4 months, 5 months,
4 months, 5 months.
around that. Yeah. It's get yeah.
So it means I have to finish everything, get stuff recorded, and then
Do you need
master
drums?
everything and then for releases.
Do you need drums? Because I would like to know like before a week ahead of time.
Um, I do need drums, but I'm wondering if I should just take the bullet and do. I'm not gonna do VSDs. Um, but if I want to do live drums, I want to like have real live drums. That means like multiple mics, like for like multiple things, and just have like a whole sort of professional thing done.
Yeah.
Um, and that's kind of what I want to do for that. Even if I have to take it's if I have to pay like a studio or a session musician to do that, which I might have to do. Um, that's what I want to do. Yeah. Anyway, that's all
Damn.
the rambling that I want to do right now.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have I been doing this week?
Yeah.
Well, I've just
Besides
recently.
graduating from Harvard.
God damn it! That joke is never gonna die, isn't it?
No, it's one of those forever memes, like the sneak 100.
Yeah.
No, just doesn't die.
Anyways, I've just finished all the I think I just finished all of Skyrim. well, not all of Skyrim. I'm pretty sure there's some side quests I still need to do, but I'm pretty satisfied. I've done
Nice.
like the main story and a bunch of faction side quests. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a civil war I need to sort out, but I'm sure that'll take care of itself come Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay.
Stormcloaks or Imperials?
Imperials, man. They try to kill me, but I find them just better than
I'm a Stormcloak, bro. Come on, man.
I'm back. What did I
listen.
miss?
Have you seen
They're arguing over Stormcloaks versus Imperials from Skyrim.
have you seen the
I don't know what's
Stormcloaks
happening.
capital, Windhelm? It is shit.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, we just made this podcast PG-13.
Nah.
Oh no, we already did that. I had to Captain America Brandon by saying language. You know, and God.
I'm just imagining Brandon, Dad bod Brandon, in Captain America.
No, 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 no,
And he
no, no,
says,
no. Captain
"This is American
America
ass."
Captain America is the person that says language to Iron Man.
Yes, I know, but imagine Brandon literally dressed as Captain America saying that.
Language.
Why'd you say it like that?
Language. Why did you sound like Patrick Starr?
Yeah, why? What? Captain America. I know
Did
Cap
that-
has a
did that,
star
Dan?
on his shield, but he is not Patrick Star.
He's not
And to that,
underwater.
Dan, I say, at least we're not slaves to the Aldmeri Dominion.
Ish.
What?
High
They're
elves.
talking something with Skyrim. I don't know.
Pretty much. Have you heard of the High Elves?
Okay, moving on.
All right, that was Dan's week. He started a civil war and then didn't solve it. That
No,
was.
I
the
mean-
same thing was happening when I got there. I just didn't solve it.
Okay. Dan went,
Duly
"This
noted."
is not my problem," and left.
That bitch.
Like, imagine if the PC in most MMORPGs was like a realistic person. It was like, hey, we need you to slay some goblins over there. How much are you paying? 25 gold. Sure. Hey, there is a thick political plot that no one understands. Maybe you should help us. How much are you paying? These new shoes. Not my problem.
Any stat bonuses? No, they're just shoes. Not my problem.
Not my problem. Anyway, I guess I'll get on to my week. My week was interesting. I guess the start of my week was I gave my pet snake Romulus his last antibiotic shot, and he still had this protruding bump on his snout, on his nose. And the vet wanted to see it, so I brought him in Monday, and she went, "Oh, this could be multiple things. It could be leftover infection, scar tissue, could be cancer." And I'm like, that's worrying. I didn't know snakes could get cancer, but I guess every living being can get cancer, so it was stupid for me to think that snakes couldn't. So yeah. I don't know what it is yet. I had his appointment, and then she told me come back later this week. I went back Thursday, and they cut some of it out. They had to sedate him. They cut some of it out, and when I got home, I opened the bin, and there was blood, just on the paper towel, on the side. I'm like, oh my god. I look at his mouth. His mouth's not like currently bleeding. I guess it was like from the drive or from whenever they put him in the bin. So whatever. But yeah, put him back in his cage. He seems happy. Seems content for now. So yeah, Um, I fed my tarantulas, but I do that every week. It was fun to watch It was fun to watch Pepper eat. Scarlett's still refusing food. Don't know why. Don't understand it. She'll eat eventually. Um, but Pepper, I crushed the cricket because it was a little big, and I was like, oh no, did I kill it by accident? Because they're not gonna eat dead stuff. And I saw its leg twitch, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be enough. And I put the cricket right in front of her little burrow, and I see the leg twitch, and I see one little fuzzy leg come out. I see the leg twitch again. I see two more fuzzy legs come out. I see the leg twitch a third time, and I see the rest of the front legs go on it, and her bite it, and then bring it back in. She also does this weird thing. She does like this happy dance thing. Well, not really like the happy dance that most tarantula owners know, but she'll come out of her burrow with the food, and she'll eat it up against the glass for some reason. I don't know what her fascination with it is, but it's kind of neat to see. Most tarantulas will not eat in front of you, so kind of neat to be able to witness, especially given how small she is at her age right now. I had some projects that I did this week. Last week I did the cover of the song that our lead guitarist wanted us to do. I learned it the first time, and I learned the wrong version. So I was like, oh, it's the acoustic version. Got it. So then I learned it again. I recorded it, and I sent it in, and it didn't work because it was the wrong version a second time. And then
Brandon's bass tracks was perfect.
And then I had 2 days to record. So I'm like, how am I gonna do this? How am I? And the guy, I'm not gonna say names, but the guy wanted us to just play over the song. And the problem with drums is, A, it was quiet. He was using brushes. The only thing I could hear is this thing called a ching ring, which is like a tambourine that goes on the hi-hats. Which is basically the only thing I heard on the twos and the fours. But I started picking up the bass pattern by listening closer. But it was very difficult to hear. Plus, I couldn't see him because the only time they zoomed in on him was when it was like pitch black and he was sitting down on the drum set. So it's like not playing anything, and you can't see him anyway. So that's great. But then I decided, you know what? I have 2 days to record this. I'm gonna make this funny. I'm gonna make a joke. So I took my brush, because I have brushes, a bag of Cheerios, and a tote. And the tote was the bass drum, and the bag of Cheerios was the snare. And I got it like third try, with hitting the tote as the bass drum with my left hand or my right hand, I think, and then hitting the bag of Cheerios as the snare with my left hand, and it was accepted, and it was like, oh yeah, this fits, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, are
And
you serious?
the same night Eric recorded that, I was recording the rhythm guitar sections.
Yeah.
Hence the I missed a strum thing.
Yeah, he missed a
earlier.
strum.
I missed one strum and then I screwed the whole thing up.
And the guy mixing it said he screwed the entire song because he missed a single strum, which is not.
I'm like,
how
what do you
that
want me to do?
works. I don't
go back
think.
down to the. What do you want me to do? Go back down to my basement, plug everything back in, record me playing a G chord. Mind my voice crack.
Nice. Nice voice crack. Nice throw.
But yeah, it's like, what do you want me to do? Go back downstairs to my basement, literally plug all of my recording stuff into my laptop, just record my one strum of a G chord? No.
Yeah. I mean, I think everything turned out.
Yeah. Vocals are questionable though.
And vocals are fine. I think the vocals are fine. I think the lead guitar is good. I think the bass.
The lead guitar is fine.
I think the vocals.
I
are
could barely
fine.
hear the bass.
I could barely hear the bass too. It feels like it got lost.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, I feel like whenever Jason mixes a song, he thinks that he tries to make the bass lost in a mix, and so that the only thing that comes up is like the actual like low end of the bass and not any of the high end stuff, which is not how I mix bass at all, not how technically
Well, you
should
mix
mix
bass
bass.
differently because you're the bass player.
Yeah, he also to be fair, if I correctly recorded the drums, what I would have done is I would have sent a track of the snare drum, a track of the bass drum,
Just
the
individual.
track. I would have, yeah, the track of the hi hat and the
just
track
let
of the
them piece
crash,
them together.
and I would have. Well, yeah, that's how you do it. So you could have like sound control over each part of the drum set. I don't know if you noticed, but the quote unquote bass drum was way quieter than the quote unquote snare. So what would have been very helpful.
Snare.
What would have been very
also known as
helpful.
the Cheerio bag.
What would have been very helpful is having them on separate tracks, so he could have turned down the bag of Cheerios to and amped the bass, the tote.
Also, none of us are professional mixers, so.
I'm not. This is my first time recording drums, and he was very hard.
Well, that's
on
not true. You've recorded drums before. Just.
No, not the way he wanted me to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Not in like a professional sense.
yeah.
Not the way that I want drums to be recorded.
Well, you're not the drummer, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh, that was a
Got him.
rough one. That was a rough
I
one.
mean, you can always get like a V drum kit, and then that'll be like super easy. But
Yeah, no.
I could get an electric drum kit, put it upstairs, and plug it in my.
You could also get a second bass drum, but no.
Why would I get
yeah,
a
that's what I
second
meant by
bass
a
drum?
V drum kit.
Why would I get a second bass drum?
A second bass drum is not needed, like at
I
all.
know. I'm just messing with you.
Okay,
Brandon, you were on my side for 3 years, saying, "Eric, get a
I
second
tried to
bass.
get
Eric, get a
I
second
thought
bass."
it was not 3 years, was it?
I was
Okay,
told
I'm
him to get like a
exaggerating.
double kick pad, not a double bass drum.
Double kick's not needed. Just have faster feet, forehead.
True.
Don't say true. That is so far from the
mean,
truth. What do you mean?
metal-
True?
One of the greatest metal drummers, Nico McBrain,
Nico,
refused to use a double kick. So
but
I
he
mean,
uses one anyway.
he does not.
Wait,
Yeah, he
wait,
does.
wait. What was the thing? What's the thing that came before the hi hat? It was like the sock hat or something.
I don't know.
Basically, imagine a hi hat, but it was on the floor by the person's ankles. It was not actually tall. That was the first iteration. That's my one of my fun facts about drums.
Also, Eric, you want a fun fact about drums?
What?
You know how you love jazz so much?
Yeah, I know. Double
You know,
kick comes from
the-
jazz. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The first double bass drummer was a jazz drummer.
Yeah, but also keep in mind, probably didn't use it like a metal artist.
Yeah, that's
He
fair.
probably used it
don't-
to do triplets.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would just be cool for some of our songs.
How would you even use it to do triplets? Oh, like that.
I don't know.
One triplet, two triplet. Like that. One triplet, two triplet, three triplet. And then,
Yeah.
And then alternating. I guess he could have used it for 16th notes in between. I don't even know. Wait, no, you can't use it for 16th notes in between because that's not how triplets work. I'm dumb. Triplets are a variation of subdivision. So you can't
Anyway.
even use it. Yeah, anyway, well, let's get to the topic. Let's get to the topic. I think we've been going on a tangent for music for quite too long.
Well, you're allowed to go on a tangent about music, yet I'm not allowed to go on a tangent about Skyrim politics.
Well,
well,
go. He is the host.
I'm just messing with you.
well, sorry, but I didn't want to get into civil wars. Okay. Oh my
Christ.
goodness.
I'm not brave enough for politics.
I'm not brave enough for politics. If you had.
Wait a minute. This whole operation was your idea.
Oh
Dan's
my.
just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up.
So, all right, let's get to streaming, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with some of the. Let's start with someone who's relatively new to streaming.
You cut out a lot.
No, I stuttered a lot. There's a difference.
No, like you actually cut out. Like,
Oh, okay. Let's start off with someone who's relatively new to streaming. Let's start out with Ryan.
Heyo.
Ryan, how long have you been streaming?
Yes. I have been streaming for 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
Two and a half. About. Almost 3.
Feels longer than that.
I know, right?
Yeah, it feels like you've been streaming longer than that.
I mean, I've been streaming since the beginning of January, so.
That sounds about right. 3 months. Right?
Is it?
January. Yeah, because we're at the end of
January-ish?
March. We're at the end of March.
Yeah, about 3 months. 3 months next, or April 4th.
Okay.
No, that would be 4 months, wouldn't it?
That's not how. No.
No, it would be 3 months. I'm
That would be
so
3
stupid.
months.
I'm sorry. I am tired.
I don't know where you got the extra 30 days
your
from,
brain,
but
when your brain doesn't work, just blame being tired.
exactly. So
But yeah, it's been
yeah.
been a lot of fun.
So,
Huh.
what is your favorite thing to stream?
Well, I very much enjoy streaming music. I play a lot of guitar, obviously. If anyone from this channel, any of Eric's viewers are also viewers on my channel, I stream a lot of music. I play guitar. I play a lot of original stuff, mainly because
There tends to be a
being
lot of
LCA.
yeah. There tends to be a lot of overlap between our channels. Same with me and Brandon.
Yeah.
Because
Specifically the three of us.
yeah. Just basically because of the way we set up our channels and how we intercross with each other so often. That it's just like, oh,
It's like,
Ryan's not here right now. Oh, he's on the podcast? Let's go. Like that type of thing.
yo, it's our favorite leftover boomer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I
Kermit's
need to
back.
fix my name.
Kermit the Frog here.
I forgot. I can change my name now. I gotta fix that.
Oh no, you're doing the horrible branding thing. Changing your
no.
name every 3 months.
Shut up.
First it was Rocker or RC Rocker 2001.
No, it was Ryan C.
Oh, Ryan C 2001. Now it's Leftover Boomer 2001. What are you settling on, by the way?
Either Ryan C. FB or FB Ryan.
FB as in feedback.
Yeah. Name of our band.
Okay. All right then.
All right.
So
Well, you guys don't seem exactly ecstatic about it.
no, not really.
I actually tapped out for a minute. Hold on. What?
He's naming himself Ryan Facebook. Yeah, he's naming himself. That's his new name. Is Ryan CFB. Ryan Calaglahan Facebook. People are gonna be so confused. They're gonna see FB.
Did you realize?
They're gonna see FB and be like, "This isn't Facebook. This is Twitch." Like they're gonna not understand what's happening.
Well, first of all, You do realize the logo for Facebook is just an F, right?
Yeah, but people call it FB.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's like how cringe people say Insta of Instagram.
Yeah.
If you're a cool person, you say IG.
Hey,
And then there's IGN.
we don't.
We don't talk about
no,
IGN.
We don't talk
Ig.
about IGN.
IGN had someone who couldn't pass the tutorial of Cuphead. We don't talk about IGN.
Speaking of which, I saw a video of the same guy trying to play Doom Eternal, and
Oh no.
God, is it terrible.
Help! You gotta help me! There are too many Dark Souls-like games out there!
Kermit, I didn't know you played Dark Souls.
Is that Kermit from IGN? Is that you?
No.
Dean
No.
Takahashi.
What?
He looked up the guy's name.
Oh. Okay, cool. Thanks for the name drop, Brandon.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Eric, what else do you have to ask?
So we already talked about your favorite topic of stream, which is music. You playing guitar. We already talked about your channel, right?
Yeah.
How easy do you think it is to grow on Twitch?
Well,
Or let me rephrase
honestly-
that. How hard do you think it is to grow on Twitch?
Okay. So I
Now
think
you're
it's actually okay. So here's the thing. I think while it does, you do have to work hard to grow a following on Twitch. It's actually easier than you think.
Okay.
Um, I think I mainly have the amount of followers I have now because of a lot of my promotion on social media for my channel, saying like, "Hey, come watch my stream, come follow me, come see what I'm doing this week." Um, like on Instagram or
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's and like I hit what 30 some followers in the first 2 months.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the train starts slowing down at one point.
Oh yeah.
Like very
50.
hard. Yeah, around 50 you start feeling it. Even before
Yeah.
then you'll start feeling it.
Yeah, like okay, 32 followers is what I'm currently at.
Yeah.
I know we're not supposed to talk about follower count or viewer count, but
Well,
like
viewer count's
in
different
this-
than follower. I don't care about
Yeah,
follower
in this-
count. Well, I
in this
do.
situation,
I
I think
love
it's
all my
different.
followers, but I don't care about the number behind
yes,
it.
and so do I. I love all of you.
You guys give me views. You guys actually stay and watch and listen to my. I was about to say, I can. You listen to me ramble a lot, and you actually
you go.
care about what I'm doing, and that's what I love you for. Is the fact that you care enough to stay and give me some of your time. It's amazing.
Aww.
Aw, I know. You never get heartfelt messages from me.
What?
Oh,
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said you never get heartfelt messages from me.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Except for that one person who popped up in my chat who said I had a cute face.
Yeah, you have a stan. You have a stalker fan.
I don't even think that person gave me a follow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they just popped in.
They
like,
popped
"Oh, cute
in,
face."
you have a cute
Hi.
face, and then left?
Yeah.
I think you just got botted, dude. I think
I
you're
got. This is what we call Catfish Twitch Edition.
yeah, Catfish Twitch Edition.
MTV, hit me up. I'm wearing an MTV shirt actually right now.
Why?
Because OG MTV, dude.
Okay. Speaking
Music
of
television.
MTV, did a cover.
Yeah, we totally didn't talk about that for 15 minutes already.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what Dan's doing, but I feel like he's enjoying himself, whatever he's doing.
I was trying
What?
like microphone's not picking this. I want my
DMCA.
Yeah, DMCA, bro.
Money for nothing. DMCA.
money for nothing.
Uh,
DMCA.
Yeah, no. So yeah. Thank you for all
Great
who are
song.
watching right now. Thank you to all the people who stopped by.
Yeah. You guys
I'm
are the
sure.
best.
Yeah, and if you follow me, thank you for dealing with my nonsense. You're awesome.
Thank you for dealing with our nonsense.
I got some of my own nonsense. I remember
I know, but remember,
back when I streamed Overwatch like 6 days a week, like
yeah, but remember like the
8 hours
beginning
a
of the
day.
podcast?
What?
Remember like the very beginning of the podcast?
I do.
Yeah, that was obscure.
That was obscure. That was that was like, okay. To give you guys an example of what happened, we didn't really find our footing with the podcast for like
Well, no, we
4
did.
months.
We
For
just thought it
4
was
months, we didn't know what we were precisely going to do with it. And then around January, I started tightening up on things. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No, we're doing this. This is how we're. I started getting more
taking it
structured.
seriously, yeah.
And then February, it really started hitting hard. We're like, okay, we have serious topics. We're gonna talk about serious topics. We're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna blah 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 blah. We're gonna do our research. We're gonna make sure we have sources. Blah blah blah. All that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But this is why I wanted to do like the relaxed type of podcast once in a while. So I think once a month is good. I think once a month is how we're gonna. And then then every other Friday will be a serious topic. So yeah.
Alright?
Yeah. I just want to get that out there because I figured I should let the people who watch this show know what's going on. And plus we're already in the topic. Let's see if I have any other questions that I want to ask you here. So we already talked about how you think of getting a following on Twitch works. You talked about what your favorite thing to do on stream is. How about burnout? Burnout's a huge issue with Twitch streamers and content creators. And I know you recently started feeling the effects of burnout.
Yeah.
So
My
from
burnout is kind of
own personal perspective, how would you relate burnout to streaming?
Well, burnout to streaming is when you keep doing the same old thing and it's just you realize it starts to get boring. You know? Cuz like I always try to be as excited as I can when I'm playing stuff on my guitar. But, it after a while when you're just playing the same old things cuz you can't really play anything else you want to play without getting a copyright strike. Um and it sucks.
Yeah.
'Cause I would love to do covers.
But you can't do covers.
Yeah.
It's like Perry. We know a streamer Perry. He does Beat Saber.
Mhm.
And that's an issue now. He can't play a lot of his songs on or his favorite songs now.
Yeah.
Because DMCA.
And it's annoying.
Yeah.
And this week I've been feeling the burnout a little bit, but it's a different kind of burnout. Because I started going back to work. I've been back to work for like 3 weeks now. Uh, and obviously just getting out of spring break. It's a balance between school, work, and streaming. It's something I have to get used to.
It's a hard balance to keep. You know that.
Yeah. Because like all three of those are technically my jobs now.
They are.
Because I have my school job as a
It's,
student.
yeah, it's responsibility. No.
Yeah, and then, there's my actual paying job, and then there's my fun job, which is streaming.
It's like the thing you want to do, the thing that keeps food on the table, and the thing that is your backup plan for the future. So it's like it's a lot of things to keep track of. Because with me it's computer science, right? I want to stream for a living, or I want to figure out how to stream for a living. Or even if I could just continue streaming just for fun, while I'm making a living somewhere else, I'd want to do that. Because
Yeah.
having a podcast and talking to you guys and having chat active, it's fun. You know, a lot of people underappreciate how enjoyable this can be, right?
Oh yeah.
It's hard work. Don't get me wrong. There have been plenty of bumps in the road on the way to what I'm currently doing right
Bumps
now.
in the roads. Those bumps being named Tony, Ryan, Brandon, Jason, Casey, Dan.
You're true.
Streamlabs, OBS, OBS,
Oh god.
internet, ISPs, DMCA. No, but seriously, it's really fun, and I even though burnout's a huge issue, and I burn out a little less or a little less easily than Ryan, I believe.
Well, that's because you've been doing this for longer.
I know how to
and-
manage my burnout.
Exactly. I don't. I'm still learning.
I think one of the biggest burnouts I've ever had was I don't know if I ever told this story on stream before, but I was a gold Overwatch player. I was Mercy during Mercy main. I was like even though I was gold, I was pretty good. I was one of the first people to figure out how to get a triple res. If you don't understand me, don't worry about it. You could just, 1 year out the other type of thing. I was one of the first people to figure out how to get a triple res after the first Valkyrie nerf type of deal during that meta. But I couldn't climb because I could do everything on Mercy except aim for my DPS, right? And that's how I looked at it. Is Overwatch is ultimately a team game. You need a team to climb. But I was in like a tourney team, or I was trying out for a tourney team, and I their practice schedule was very difficult. It was like 6 days a week. The only day we had off was Sundays, and I would stream a lot of our practice sessions and what have you. And that, Ryan, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
And that became difficult to do. Not only was it like mentally straining, just constantly having to do stuff. Even though like it was fun at the time, but to give you an example of how much I would have to play, I actually injured my wrists, and I couldn't play for like a month or two, and then I got replaced. So it was a hard chain of events type of deal. And that's where I was like, okay. I was starting to feel the burnout before my wrist hurt, and then I really got the burnout after my wrists were injured, and then from there I learned how to manage, like, okay, I need to listen to what my body is saying to me, you know, that type of deal, and manage my burnout better, so hopefully I don't ever burn out again, right? That's why I stream once a week, and I'll slowly increase it over time as I find more time. But right now, it's a podcast, and that's what I want to focus on. Oh, I actually stream twice a week. And Hearth plays, which is hanging out with you.
Hey, yay. You're hanging out with us again, and we're annoying you again.
Yeah, you're right about that one.
Playing video games.
Am I ever wrong? Playing StarCraft
To be fair,
League
to be
again.
fair, depending on the game, it's mostly me annoying you, isn't it?
What?
It's mostly me and
It's mostly me annoying you, isn't it? Depending on the game.
Yeah, if it's StarCraft or League, then again.
I still have PTSD from the Nidus worms.
Dan has so much PTSD from the Nidus worms that every single time I always see his entire base covered with missile turrets. Like so much of his time is spent towards solitary defenses that his army becomes weaker because he doesn't want a Nidus worm to pop up.
Oof.
Anyway, let's get back to it. Brandon, I think Ryan, I don't think you had anything.
Yeah, I think
I have
we
a
covered
Wogan.
it all.
All right, Brandon,
Great. He didn't hear
You-
any of the questions.
you started streaming.
Yeah, I started streaming about 6 months ago, if I last stream serves correctly.
But you started streaming more consistently recently.
Yeah, 4 months ago I started streaming more consistently. My first stream, um, the infamous "We died, but we also lived" line.
Wait. Oh, I remember
That
that.
was my first ever stream, my test stream.
That was
for
when you
Halo
were
Reach.
playing Protoss, wasn't it?
No,
What were you
That-
playing?
He was playing Reach.
Halo Reach.
Oh, that's right. We
That was
die,
six-
but
six
we
months
also
ago?
live.
You died, but we also live.
He killed someone, and someone killed him, and that was his response.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I find
And,
that so funny. It reminds me of
yep.
that. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
It reminds me of that one anime quote. From Shiro Emiya. People die if they are killed.
Someone tell me that's a mistranslation.
I had an experience in League recently where someone told me
People die when they kill.
someone told me if you kill her, she'll die, and I'm like, oh really? I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
It's almost like that's how that works. Whoa! Mind blown, dude.
Anyway,
It's crazy.
Brandon, continue. What's your
Sorry,
okay?
what?
Let me go down the checklist. What's your favorite thing to stream?
Mostly I stream music content. Though I do try to alternate here and now with some gaming content here and there.
I was on his
Um,
last stream.
Yes, Dan was on a special stream that I did yesterday,
My
where I pretty much asked the people on my Discord.
After I told him he should game instead of play bass.
Yeah, I asked the people of my Discord, "What game do you want me to play?" And I put a whole sort of
Alley
poll.
vote, yeah.
Yes.
speaking of which,
People
Brandon,
going back full circle to my first stream. More people voted for Halo than anything else. Second place was StarCraft.
Let's go
But I
StarCraft.
feel like it was gonna. I might as well just make it a Halo day, just for it.
speaking of which, when you gonna get to Daikatana?
Yeah, I heard you were gonna stream Daikatana.
I don't know. Maybe next stream I
Great,
might.
this is the
Wrong with
greatest
you.
first-person shooter ever made.
Yeah.
It's made by John Romero. How bad can it be?
Kill me.
Brandon, what is wrong with you?
So
I heard you were gonna play it vanilla too.
Anyway, so that's what I did last stream. But most of the streams I did before the hiatus I took from Florida and everything was I did a bunch of music streams as well. I think
Yeah.
one of the last streams I did before I left, because Ryan's right, burnout's a thing, and when you do nothing but play with a four stringer for like a
I'm
few.
not talking about that. I'm talking about saying like same. Sorry to interrupt. Playing the same
We-
riffs and stuff like that over and over.
When you
again.
do this, when you're doing the same, yeah, when you're doing the same thing like a few days in a row, like I'm trying to keep it as myself as interesting as I can, but it's a little bit difficult for me sometimes. Even though one of my favorite things in the world is having a bass in my hand and just letting my imagination go wild. You know, sometimes when you're on the camera and you're pressured to do whatever they can to keep your audience entertained, it sometimes just kind of gets to you.
This
Yeah.
is kind of non sequitur, but I remember when I learned Seven Nation Army on the bass. Right. I taught myself how to play it on the bass and on the drums at the exact same time. So I would hold the bass and dun 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 dun. That's it. And then I'd hit and then I just hit the crash cymbal with the bass while playing the bass.
Ah, jeez.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's kind of memorable stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's
So
don't
yeah,
want to remember.
Yeah, that's stuff I do want to remember. Other stuff I want to remember is that time. Remember the first band?
Yeah, that's what I specifically don't want to remember.
Remember that time I brought down a soda, like a glass bottle soda, a blueberry, and then our lead singer and his brother freaked out thinking I had beer. Dude, the blueberry soda, good.
Is that beer? A, if it was, this is my house. B, no.
Anyway, back to streaming.
and if it was, what you guys are not you can't have fun? Come on, man.
We do not promote underage
Don't.
drinking.
Yeah. We don't.
If you are
promote-
of age, please drink responsibly.
Just drink soda, guys. It's actually probably more unhealthy for you.
Just drink water.
Just drink water, yeah.
Just drink water. You'll never have any issues.
Or tea.
Anyway,
Tea's good. Anyway, yeah, back to streaming. So
Kate overrated.
so you got there yourself. You've experienced burnout. You've been streaming for 4 months. You have. We
Well,
already
6
got
months,
to your
yeah,
type of
sure.
content. We talked about your favorite things. Is there anything else you really want to add to your streaming experience that you want to make sure people know?
So I guess basically it's a little bit difficult to get much of a following, but when you're first starting out, and just I'm lucky to have all the people here in Hestia um to sort of help me out in that sort of thing. And um really my streaming goal is the reason why I stream in the first place is not just to um get out with a bunch of people and interact with a bunch of people and have fun with them, but it's mainly to sort of boost off my real sort of vision of becoming a songwriter, a musician in my own right. I
Yeah.
do want, when I do plan on releasing some stuff, some of my trapped ideas onto the world, I want there to be an audience, and Twitch has sort of helped me make that audience.
I think, especially
I'm
during
thankful for that.
quarantine, it helps a lot to have Twitch, YouTube, and the other streaming services. It helps creators or people who want to get their voices heard a lot. Especially when you think you have a good idea and you want to put it through proving grounds. Just having these platforms there for you really helps you test the waters before you decide, yes, this is what I want to do. So yeah, I 100% agree with you that having Twitch, having YouTube, having these different streaming services for creative people is very important. And it also helps understand how helps other people understand different points of views, even on non-political topics, because a lot of people think, oh, point of view, he's talking about politics. No, I'm talking about like life in general, because understanding these different points of views is very important. It helps you understand the world more deeply, helps you understand everything more thoroughly. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Brandon, if you want to help build a bigger audience, I seriously recommend social media promotion. It genuinely helps.
Yeah, that's why I have Twitter linked to my Streamlabs so it
Yeah.
automatically tweets for me. Like
Like even Instagram and Snapchat.
I
They do
I kind of want to create a program that'll automatically create an Instagram. Listen to my
Instagram?
mouth. Listen to my mouth. My
Instagram.
mouth does not work. Like I swear. Like I went to look at my phone to look how the tweet like how it tweeted and whatever and my brain went sorry Eric, you can only do two things at a time or you can only do one thing at a time, and that is either talking or looking at something. Two is too much, all right, we can't do that. Anyway,
It's just not possible.
I want to create like a program that'll automatically like something with the Twitch API where it'll grab my status, and if the status is true or the status is live, then it will automatically create an Instagram post on my Instagram using what is it, a webhook
I think so.
onto Instagram or I don't think you use both APIs. I think it's you grab the Twitches and then you, or do you use Instagram's API? I need to look more deeply into this before I decide to
What?
dive head deep. Anyway, but yeah, I want to create a program that will automatically tweet for me, or not tweet, post Instagram stuff for me. So I
Okay.
guess that leaves us with Dan, if Brandon's not finished, or if Brandon is finished rather.
I am finished. Yeah.
All right, Dan, what are
Okay.
what are your views on streaming?
I think it's a really cool like thing to do.
How did I know that was gonna be your response? It was gonna be like, I think
Listen, in a room where
it's
in a room
cool.
in a room full of streamers, and I'm not one of them, what did you expect my response to be?
I don't know. I think it's a really nice thing to have for creative output.
It's a nice thing to do, and it's a nice thing to have access to.
I don't know. I just thought I didn't think it was gonna be something different. I just was hoping maybe something more thought provoking.
But I want to get into streaming, but I'm just intimidated by it, really.
I know Harvard has a lot of schoolwork.
Okay, you.
He's trying very hard not to drop an F-bomb,
Yeah.
and it's working hilariously.
Okay. All right. So you feel intimidated by it. What is the intimidation behind streaming for you?
Like, what if this doesn't work? Like
So
on a technical side, what if
Okay.
this doesn't work? Like, do I need two monitors? What if I want to stream console stuff? What if I want to
I
do
can
something?
answer all those questions right now.
He can.
Right now. Okay, give me your list of questions one at a time and I'll answer them.
Okay. Do I need two monitors?
You don't need two monitors because Twitch has an app as long as you have a phone, which will allow you to check chat from your phone. And so does
But it is
Streamlabs.
recommended.
Or Streamlabs doesn't have the app, but it is recommended to have two monitors. But you don't need it.
Second, how do I stream console stuff?
You would have to buy something called a capture card, and what you do is you plug the capture card into the console, and then you plug the capture card into a PC, and you use the software that the capture card provides, or you can use OBS or Streamlabs OBS to sense the capture card, and you could just grab the video and audio from the capture card and put it through onto stream.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing is I'm trying to figure out like what exactly do I want to stream?
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
That's a question I can't answer.
The idea that I've had always is for my first stream to stream the original System Shock.
And do it.
Like it's something that's like different from what everyone else in this room is streaming.
Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to stream indie games, but the problem is, people don't tend to watch a lot of indie games, and even if they do, I want to make sure that I want to do first impressions, but the hard thing about first impressions is I don't know what's in it, right? And then, you know, sometimes it'll be M for mature or not M for mature, but it'll have mature themes, which
Mature stuff in it.
can be a little hard to deal with for some people. So, like I mean I could play Awareness Room. I've already beaten Awareness Room. I've 100% of the game, but Awareness Room is one of my favorite indie games. It's a very cute little puzzle game. Try and find your way out of rooms. It's a very cool concept because everything starts off as these big boxy shapes, and then you go up and you talk to it, kind of not actually talk to it, but you investigate it, and then the art becomes clearer and clearer, so you get more details and figure out more as you go along. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, continue. What would you like to stream? You said System Shock. Are you gonna follow down indie games, older games type of deal?
Well, I guess you could say, just in general, what I want. I guess old games would be a part of that, yes, but just in general, what I want.
Okay.
Like also just simply like introducing people to these games. Like I want more people to play System Shock because the remake for System Shock is coming out as well as System Shock 3 is in alpha.
May I recommend starting System Shock streams when the hype for the System Shock remake is rising? Because then you'll catch the wave.
Yeah, but at the same time, like this is a game that I hold near and dear to my heart, and
You
I
know?
just feel like I mean, even if like there wasn't a remake coming out, I'd probably still stream it.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying from like a business perspective of things,
Yeah,
being able to catch that wave might be a really good thing for you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just like in the
It's
beginning
like-
of Hearth Plays,
Yeah,
we were playing Among Us during the
a hype train.
hype
Yeah.
of Among Us.
But we weren't. To be fair, we weren't playing it because it was like this new popular game. We were playing
you
it
were
because
playing
we
because you
liked it.
liked
like if there's a new popular game that I don't like, you're not gonna see me streaming it. You know, like I'm not one of those people. Yeah, like golf with friends. I'll pass.
That game's been out forever. Shut up. Also, it was fun. Admit it.
Oh, it was kind of boring. Just like real golf.
That's because you didn't let me take control of a plan I had ahead of time.
Hey.
I still don't like the. I still don't. I
Also,
don't
there
know.
are
There's no
community
strategy behind it.
There's community level maps actually.
There's no strategy.
There actually kind of is.
How hard do you want to hit the ball?
That's not
Exactly.
strategy. Oh my god.
It's totally strategy. Strategy.
That's like that's like
Strategy.
yeah, strategy. That you know what? That's what I'll call it. Strategy. Because it's a
Strategy.
tragedy that there is no strategy in the game.
It's the tragedy or strategy. Oh, the humanity.
I think Eric is more the tragedy of strategy. God damn it. I can't.
Did you do it again?
Yep.
Strategy.
Tragedy. I think Eric is the true tragedy of strategy.
There you
'Cause all
go.
he plays are tragedy. I'm Tony's replacement. tonight.
all I play are tragedy games, guys. You've heard it here first.
Oh boy, can't wait to play the Titanic game.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
The NES.
What?
There's a Titanic game for the NES.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
thought you
that
said something else.
Titanic. Titanic. You could have called this games. You could have called this game pasta with hats, and no one would have known the difference. Oh my god. Something like, or bats versus cats, or something. That's a great JonTron video, by the way. So fun. So, Dan, continue about your feelings about streaming.
But yeah, I guess really what I would stream is more like games that I want to introduce to people.
Alright. That's pretty cool. I might follow in that idea and start doing more indie hour streams. So catch me on
Or-
random hours during days that I have
Or-
free time.
Or maybe you could try playing other games with us.
Or I could just be a loner and play indie games. I would be willing to take like 1 or 2 people on some of these projects for like voice acting and stuff. Like
Ooh.
I mentioned like Juniper, or Juniper's not. That is a boy and a girl character. And last time I checked, none of you are girls. So
I mean, I have the most high-pitched voice here. I could try.
go ahead, give me your best like girl voice.
Okay, never mind.
No, do it. Give me your best girl voice, Ryan.
I mean, I have a pretty high voice.
Go ahead, Dan. Give me your best girl voice.
Hello there.
Do you like my girl voice?
General
Yeah.
Kenobi.
General Kenobi. How you doing?
That's not a girl. You know what? You know what you sound like?
What?
You sound like a rich guy with taffy stuck between his teeth.
Oh.
Hi, how's it going? Like,
Her.
Hello?
Her.
Hi.
Let's stop before we offend someone.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna go too far.
Hello?
All right,
Guys,
Brandon.
next shoot might get canceled.
Oh my gosh,
What? What?
I'm kidding.
Brandon, what's your best girl voice?
I don't have a girl voice.
I've heard you do girl voices because you voice act Yori and Sayori. Don't lie to me.
Hello. Good.
Okay, that I'm clipping.
Meow.
Eric, I need you to leave a marker.
Okay, hold on. It'll be a little late. I have to open up Twitch to do this.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't have Twitch open
do it
because I didn't want to run an ad this stream.
Okay.
Hold on. Stream marker added. Ryan, if you see the stream marker, go back a few seconds, a few minutes.
Hey, me of the future. You're an idiot. Stop playing
Ow.
bass like you know what you're doing.
All right. So I guess I'll talk about my experience streaming. I've been streaming or before I started streaming this year, I was streaming off and on for like 3 years. I never really saw myself, or I wanted to do something with it, but I never really saw myself doing anything, right? And then Tony came along and was like, "You should make a podcast," and I'm like, "Okay." So I made a podcast. That's not really how that
And now
interaction
we're
went.
here.
Yeah, now we're here. That's not really how that interaction went, but that's the summed up version. Which I think I actually went to Tony and I said, "Hey, I want to start streaming again." And he's like, "Do it." And I'm like, "Okay, I want to do a podcast." "Do it."
Do it.
And then
Would you be
Tony
on my
stopped streaming.
podcast? Yes.
And then
That's
Tony
it.
stopped streaming.
Well, Tony stopped streaming long before that.
No, he was streaming during the podcast.
No, it wasn't.
A little bit.
I don't remember
Yeah.
this.
It was like the very beginning. It was like the first 2-3 weeks. And then he
Okay.
stopped. I
It,
think.
I don't think so. I think he stopped
'Cause I
senior year
remember
of high
he-
school.
No, because he was still streaming right as we went into lockdown, because he was streaming Minecraft.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He was streaming Minecraft.
And I think League.
I don't know if he's streaming. League is a hard game to stream
It is.
because League requires a lot of thinking, or not a lot of thinking. It's not like the most big brain game you can play, but it's like it requires a lot of focus, which means unless you can do two things at once, most of the time people are completely silent while they're making plays and not talking. So, yeah, a lot of the times what'll happen, it'll be like, so guys, I've been doing. What was I saying? What was I saying?
Hold on, jungle coming up mid.
Yeah, it's a lot of call making and what have you. So basically, whenever I stream League, it's usually Clash or League Bingo, so we can have some type of conversation always going.
Yeah. We haven't done that in a while.
League Bingo would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad Ryan doesn't want to play League. Like, ever.
Sorry, I'm trying to focus on school right now.
You can get A's and still
Good.
play League.
Avoid the plague of League.
Brandon,
Play it.
stop. You play
Brandon.
it.
Goes dead silent.
Anyway, speaking of League, have you heard of Gwen?
Oh god.
Oh god.
Alright. So get this.
He just muted and deafened himself.
Alright, get this.
No, wait, now he's back.
Gwen is a doll. They made a doll a champion,
nice.
but the doll became big, and she has big scissors. And this is how Riot has single-handedly taken over the search term Gwen. Now, if you look up just Gwen in the search bar of YouTube, League of Legends comes up, and that's basically the end of what I'm gonna say. She looks like a pretty cool champion to play, and if you look up Gwen, Ben 10, Spider-Verse, and Total Drama Island are all now shoved underneath League of Legends.
Which I think is a travesty, but
Eric's
own.
like, Eric is just like, the convergency begins.
The convert. We have a. I'm just gonna talk for the next 5 minutes about this one StarCraft game we played with me and Brandon.
And Jason.
No,
And Jason.
no. I could talk about that one. Okay.
Yes, please.
I was gonna talk about the one where Brandon poked the bear, but yeah, we'll talk about the Jason one. So Jason, he wanted to start playing StarCraft, so I told him download it and I'll teach you what I know. Which to be fair, if you've ever seen me play StarCraft, not a lot. I'm not very quick at things in StarCraft. I understand the game. I'm just not very quick with my buttons yet. So.
Bullshit.
Okay,
I have like
Brandon-
100 something
Brandon-
APM.
Brandon, just because he plays Zerg and has to be fast, does not mean he's fast at every faction.
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
not. I'm not
Brandon,
quick at Terran. I'm not quick at Protoss. I'm quick at Zerg, or quicker. I'm like 100 something APM most of the time, and I spiked to 450.
It's still better than me. I'm like 25.
Have you watched your spikes yet? See if you
don't know.
spike. Okay. Anyway, so Jay was figuring out the game, and I was playing Terran so I could show him like how to properly play Terran, what have you, or as properly as I could, which is not that proper. So I build my wall, and then I'm doing things, and Jay has made his units. And I'm across the map. Or Brandon's flying across the map. I'm across the map attacking things. And Brandon goes, "Oh, I'm gonna send my troops too." And I'm like, "Okay." And then Jay's like, "Oh, we're attacking? Okay." And he goes out and he's like, "Hey guys, I got one." And I'm like, "Jay, I don't see you on the map."
And then the next thing you hear is ally base is under attack. And then you hear Brandon being like, "Guys, I'm being attacked."
And I'm like, "It's fine. We're gonna base race. We're winning the base race anyway." And then
And then
Jay yells, "I got one! I killed one of the bases!" And then Brandon goes, "I lost one of my bases!" And then I look back just to see Jason's troops has killed one of Brandon's bases. By the way, since we didn't clarify, we were on the same team.
it was 3v3 bots.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
There's this other match.
Jay, we love you, but goddamn, that was
That was
dumbest
golden.
thing.
That was golden, yeah. There was this other match. It was me versus Brandon. And I know Brandon. I'm like, I'm gonna be smart. I'm not even gonna build a single army unit for the first like 7 minutes of the game. Because he doesn't scout and he does not poke ever. So I just drone and I get a lot of eco. I have like 5 bases and they're saturated and I'm ready to go and I start producing my army. And then I spread my creep up to his base and he's like, "Oh, I found some creep." And I'm like, "Don't touch my creep." And he kills 2 creep tumors. I'm like, "You touched my creep! Reed!"
My creep.
I'm like, dude, I'm just passing by. Calm down.
and
my creep.
the entire Zerg army walks off the creep and immediately wipes out the Protoss army.
It was hilarious to watch.
It was pretty funny.
Like literally, all I was hearing is, "You killed my creep.
You touched my
killed my
creep.
creep.
You killed my
Touched my
creep.
creep.
You touched my creep. You touched my creep.
Kill my creep."
Your loss.
So yeah, I think streaming. I'm gonna end this with my thoughts about streaming. I think streaming is very fun. You already know that because I'm doing it almost all the time. But when it comes to the games I stream games that I like to play, and I know that I like to play. So I have a consistency in my attitude, right? If I'm getting frustrated at a game like League of Legends, I understand how to cool off because I play League a lot. Same thing with CS2 and other games like strategy games where sometimes you just gotta admit you're not the best at it and you're gonna lose. This is how it is. So it doesn't really anger me as much, or it doesn't really get on my nerves as much. And I know that I'm not going to get angry and what have you. So I'd rather stay calm, cool, and collected on stream.
And another thing to go on for an end note is the best, most rewarding thing about streaming, I think, is the community you build.
Yes. It's having people in chat saying hello to you.
Exactly.
I kid you not. I like having people in chat saying hi to me, how are you doing? Or like just random stuff more than I like seeing subscribed or donated. Because interacting with me makes this so fun.
Even like a follow was like,
Yeah.
the fact that you showed up to
Well, I like
our
follows
stream
because
just to say hello.
I like follows because it means that they're gonna stick around. You know?
Oh yeah, that means they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
But like the fact
That's
that you
why I
took
love
the
follow.
time, but the fact that you took the time to come check out our streams,
Yeah.
means a lot.
You clicked on us. Yeah, it
Yeah.
means a lot. And I don't mean to butter you guys up and make you feel all nice and cozy
But we
and what
are.
have you, but sometimes
Also-
the viewers deserve it, you know?
Yeah.
I
Also,
think
Playlist?
yeah, I didn't mention it, and we have been talking about music, but we have a playlist, and it's what we've been listening to. The command, if you ever want to see it, is !playlist. And it'll bring up the YouTube link for the playlist. And you'll have your you can click on it and listen to what we're listening to. Yeah.
45 songs on here, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of songs on there.
Remember that one week we did all sea shanties?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
hilarious.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap up the podcast here. Guys, if you want to say any final words.
Go follow Brandon and I's channels. I am Leftover Boomer 2001. Brandon.
And I am Titan BP.
I am the Shadow King, and I hope
He doesn't
to,
have a channel.
Doesn't have a channel.
Yeah, I don't have a
Don't promote
channel,
yourself. Don't promote yourself. I made that mistake once.
but,
You don't have anything to promote, Dan.
Yeah.
oh,
Sorry.
Oh, no.
All right, here, outro.
Alright. Thank you for watching. If you liked, like. If you disliked, dislike. Remember to subscribe, comment below, and remember, you always have a home right here at the Hearth. See you in the next episode.